Luteno makikuwa itengudi kulusiti kukakijin makimiti gitimbo gin wake kujoko maranyi magitimu ikomdano magiti bomaman wabikili eniki mukene mapol tin iyup milohange mojin.
At
least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long.
Anti-economy.
I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Luteno makikuwa itengudi kumalma Uganda gulego ni mono kikat kijema gen kimirni kaweke dokchen kakuwa ikinpachi.
Kwamba teaching kit motema temoni chwala dane karishani ere kin ma olo chwalwa ka kwano ki mo ko bigi tija tima wa manana nona era mabina lega porni no ka no lete.
Logwang logange maiko malma Uganda ko katika yeni giromo konyo gwa kaber mauru mulwak ni woke ngej manyen magitikwere ikar mefonye madul ma environment social government oyobo pilo church maya chuli kilao.
And we are conducting these trainings as sensitization, and this particularly has been targeted towards media practitioners.
Kadonki West Nile gankal palobo Denmark Uganda karki yuma bokoyin luria yela kilufu mekin pachi alipiara dek magiti West Nile.
Now this project is looking at how can we maximize on the available resources that we have, for example from the environment.
Amori mateka foyori peke wan kaneno yub milogange mochu nyitin ni chiadek nelde apau ya ngwen mijumia beach imwaga alibario pirwa beach ania Sunday Akumu itika neno Wan Luo television. Lotien maiko itenguri komalma Uganda guyo kenyingni ago ngurjo kartigen magemete gitimbo gen bolo telekidonga bot gamente milogoman weke joko ko yelo dan magiko igulu city ingaber man tikibul makete na ramagen aliba beach kom karman dakiko ke yuto chimchingi jemo kene padan ke benet ku ken jemo ken mapol magen gitimo idiwo gen nonge met ni mono ke jinke rogime biachara nyobene mem pado nyurba meki weke tiel ko gen loko mkwanati chingi jemo kene mini yo kwa weke cha kwa we dana age awo we kwa metimarengi bene kwa meberi tengudi ikin nekaber odon ikumalo melobo Uganda. Ismail Jacob Jones Kelly report man ke Gulu City.
Lutino mage beri tengudi nyodi gudi me Gulu City ma pikar ma lajduak tika koke komge ipol karge mayo chimgi diwo nyobak magi war kwede kage riyo kwede dongu katiki ngo ma ginero ne mir kitim yetgi wekgi jok wako yelo dano ma ikomala me Uganda ikara me yup mo ma wo victim ke children networking oyobo igulu city chochok ene porochiden pa lutino man magi ko is the street Matie ko malame Uganda maki bor gini ago gen go tero ngo ma gen gitika metone wek gi jok yelo dano magitie ko malame Uganda
Ma ana ya tere wigi ate president gi luone ma pari mena ye pari ba ma pari era meni watie mo wakaro minya beach igulu kan watie ya morbe watie ya moro pole da pege ngani ma pari meni luane avot watie gitian lok mo wego wan mo ko tamo ni wakwo ko meno kare ma wan wa beduga gang ma wache ma ko dugu gang o no wona pere ta gi kwera okere mena bene pe ota gi kwera okere ga don ching lo teno vule weyo vulo kuro ma ge chela mal
Ben Olanya Elijah mau yuak kenyeni kaloy enete president palotino man dak beno tiro ngoma giti kamitone
tena ube ke nyira na wadi ka oyi chwal dwan gi bor wigi lobo lu dir pagamene ma do maro konywa konya e waramo penyo cham miro wa pen business ke no ni an fura vulo mi ne chinya tek mi ching ma kama emi ne capital matiga running businesses manjure maro ma chule gangkwan maro mo no kabedo it one mano wigi wa pen maro mo terwa wa no treatment mano pe waramoni maro mo chunkedwa yo weng machalen mego
uloya beno weko luako ber ki ngej ngomo weko luak me gulu ki district me komal me Uganda go chako luo kini ago
atemo yoko kwan senior 1 2 3 4 5 NY 6 pa wigi ni university do nuango yen wakwalo so akwala ka wachule kere wangole widana ngola ka wachule kere ana penye gila yibi central akwana school ma wele yot kata lo kani no ampange wa ke ba mecho Kampala ero kero no pe ara mo bi penyo pireni ka chenga mone komelet biachara botem la furfuro petime oro to miro yot kom betie yot kom ene ya chuli we yot kom lonyo lo dirna ka otemo man chuny wan bere be beru yom kin chuny ma be beru yom ubu winya ni ago do ruenyo gi digulu era wadon kilo kuoye
loye karme ka chokeman wajo kilo dir mago beti ma kine ubelu dir magen go akike kal kwara chole kidong lu tich pagamente mo kene neumir kinene kitiele ko megigi malope ke mire matiga akibor lu wot gi mo kene
tengeno maka par bor dugu peng engete sharp ma bere de bene chi ma do bodong lu kuo mabe ana bi winyo logi botu chi abe da hadwa ko bodga we gi wajo ko man ngato we nye en e bi nero ni konyo we yuma ko man ka oye kono wa kuwe uno ma pero o eno ta ko mege gorwa mio ma ko gimranga era ma ko gimranga perama wa mero kwamba teaching kit mo temoni chwala dani karshani ere kin ma olo chwalwa ka kwano ki mo wa ko bigi teacher tima wa manane nona era mabina lege borini no ka no lete
imwaka liberio kia bero Dulme Charity for Peace Foundation ma Anthony Akol genki James Nabinson kidega makom ka titije me agago gen guber kateloge guber ka konyo lutieno lokme kwan dogben guber ka titki chukul chalo Grace Christian Academy Gulu Public Primary School Christ Church Whole Rosary Primary School kidong Gulu Baptist ikin mo kenne ento Stella Angel Lanam mati director me wo victim ki children networking Tedula Chel mao kelo ka chel lutieno makinywal gi lum
tela chuli lo diro ti kwaro uru ng'eyo kitu pok ni victims of Bugan peni lwenyo no lo victims eto victims kit ma uru chiro bako kiri dogu yen wan be ono pe wang'eyo ki pingo ki mako wa chi wadugu gang chi uru boro wa oni yak po tika chwalo ko wa bod gamente ka utika chwalo uchwalo beri dwan malon we gamente win ko wa wano lego Museveni kagota president me lobu Uganda la dit ininge our president ingeyo ngat magilioni victims
Paul lutien mageti kwa district me gulu Paul gitie lutien makinywal gi lum unyo lutien padana magen gudugo ke lum ilwany pa dwi LRM ento Sheikh Musa Kelil matila lopko wonkom pedul me actually religious leaders peace initiative don dur bolo teleme actually ki gamente New Mergen guti ki kafonyo teaching mati region man me konyo lutieno man madong guti ko don dur wakoni
penye ana tamu lutieno eni mer krip king mit boko bene bene ke romat boko ki yo ngo wati ki gang kwani yo ding wati ki gang kwan me labora ma jomi well gene welfare adin gene tie yegi go yu gan kwanenu gan kwan igarioni atamani mi recruiting do tieno ni mapol mir tiket ke chogi be guche ku kwan teaching au kwan teaching electricity teaching tikini engineering mapapat yubu pipiri ngongo yubu mutoka gayo yen kije mukene bene kinok bene kidul me terre renaissance we donkong tiket twin kwanye lutien ni hoki yo mi kerugi we kifongi we ku kati bene kijemiti ingenge no ngechi kimin kijemiti mane jo mamir donki lage kijemiti kido
pe mwaka makar apa don kolo lutien man makiluo gini agone go berka bola ranye ikom luak magiti district mapat mai komalame Uganda. Ismail Jacob Jones pe Wan Luo television Igulu City.
Gankan maneno ko me ko malo melobo Uganda tiki yub me chakoroto ko rukta ma President Yoweri Museveni okati kwere makeber karwani mo rukta namba dek ma ber karya mulek die makilungo gini balalo ma awake ko malo melobo Uganda. Minister Dr. Kenneth Omona mati Minister pikop me ko malo me Uganda omoro lokman te choki kar matika lokilwak ma Igulu City ikum donlo matika bino wen man gib chakori balalo doyo dokbene lokman wachake jot idiomia bit me mwakani ene uyupo ni monodemia bichi mwaka alibre piru wa dek President Yoweri Museveni okatke rokcha mawani mon balalo menu awa kumalme Uganda to lobo chekman hudong oloko do perma pole fudgiti kumalme Uganda hidengi mnapola ta matika balo champa dano ekin pachi David Magere oberka lobo kolokman kungwanen elokomriyon balalo dojo ki kumalo miloboman.
Gamente me Uganda tika yupe me chagoriem me na Mario pedul joman ki gwako diyan magi lak pwede laka magi luoni balaluni eko malo me Uganda chochoki. Dr. Kenneth Omona man minister me ko malo me Uganda office pa prime minister yeo moko lokman chochoki e karma entika loki luak me ya choli ki office matie Igulu City ni gamente dong tieka o imorotam me agiki me chagoriem joman magi luongi ni balaluni magi no pego lobo chek ma president okero imagali bari okipiri wa dek inoni dwema bich me magali bari okipiri wa dek president me Uganda man general Yoweri Museveni kagota tibu haburwa ochoyo kono rokcha nyomi rokcha mamogoni lo lek diang duchu magi woro kayenyo kabero met gwako diang ko malama Uganda o merno golo chek duchu mamete maikin gatie chelo kabero magi ngwako yelle pedonyo igngom pagamente mio jami duchu male mer machalo cham kipi ikinje mukene maka jomeno pego lobo geberiam gi wako inoni Dr. Mona wajikoni kom kariman gamente dontika kero jami gi duchu kachiel nyoman logistics menene oluto ikin kar mepe bo tutwal no gen ge chaho riemo joman mano pego lobo cheke.
We have been following this very, very closely with the security and all those involved. And I can assure you, Honorable Ma, very soon we will be executing the eviction of these migrant cattle keepers in northern Uganda here. Whatever is required by government has already been provided. Guidance has already been provided. We are only waiting to finish up our preparation, and this will be done. You should not be deceived that the president has changed his mind as far as this is concerned.
Betty Aolu Chan tiela chui admo chik madaro pelwak Igulu City kono o chwaro kidlok man piano waje ne pere tek totwal ni gin ma president o mo merigelo.
And we always claim that there is a lot of land in Acholi, but we should also not forget that those with big money, especially one of the presidential executive order is on Malawi to leave now and go back where they have come from. So if they are occupying a lot of our land, then making our people become more vulnerable, that is something that we are not going to close our eyes on. We will insist and we will continue to work to make sure that our people like this should also have a place where they should live comfortably. Not just because they are people have already taken 2,000 acres of land, 1,000 acres. How can one person just get up to 2,000 acres or 1,000 acres alone? least we can accommodate 100 acres. But not 2,000 acres, 3,000 acres. That is ridiculous.
Pien kum karman madown tika tute me no ngomi. Endo ka jomo ken ma gidonya danya ma no ben pegi lobo chik ma mete me donyi ngom. No per teke ngom meno gidwak wako chien bod wegine.
Division Commander very much that you are already ahead of very many of us. You are already in the process of, dialoguing to see how our people can come back. We have our people in Kenya. We still have our people in Central African Republic. We have our people in UK and very many other parts of the world. If they are there because of the war, then they should be able to come back.
Inoni yop man Miriam Balalio chake wako I mwakali bario ki period de ki dwe ma para chel e karmadong office pa prime minister ko malmo Uganda o yope ke jang juma be ko tij machala biliki moñ ma yop mero rien we dwe ma dek me mwakali bario ki piario wiangwen ento yop meno ki tiro girone petutuno malope ki lok mo a ki bot gankan malo lok mille mani tuo mamaro doki o bongtien diangu no pore ko malmo Uganda ki vut mo Uganda duchu ma meta to twal ni o mer konge gwe dia weng ma lope ke lok pa minister kono o mona mogoni lok me gwe dia do tirotum ma e chochoke yop Meriam Jomano bo chake wo la taya lokangea I Wan Luo TV David Magere I Gulu City.
Avoid a report by David Magere ki Gulu City. Keyo Moro District Party chimbi bie makilwani Moro Democratic Party nyo DP yo machek ko berke yeme yelo tele Roma District kunitaka yope kwerpe kuwar kui mateka binu mwaka manyen mani kuilu mwakome mwaka Ali Bario Piario Bichel ye mano temeki yo Pit Town Council yo Moro District dokelo tele mapome party man gunyo ngoma gibeti mpilo wake bene yopo kema party man mwero chungkweli koma wapat ikui mateka binu mwaka manyen enim gen beno teke lume maken makoti Jema Paul pikui mateka bino ene Jonesani Ucharaton Sekilok man en kele ke yo Pit Town Council man iyo Moro District.
DP Kumla
Yope mekoro kui memwaka mabino pati DP guchako yope neno kidma miero gi yeke lutela mai yo Moro District mechung pi pati I district kono Christopher Okor la yeting ma ena yudoro yub me yeman neno neki yer lutela la boger ka chel ki bora ulego jo ma ki yero gi me tich matek me illu tich papati malo yo Moro District.
Wan ko chomo dong tong chingu utie ki tich madit me oto chwa madit ikom Democratic Party. Democratic Party obedo party ma achiel in Uganda. Democratic Party tiyo ki a lot of humility. My humility ma Democratic Party tikwede polkare down tero chalo weakness but in the Democratic Party. But Amira Atima surely one duty more congregate me and team. The Democratic Party believes in brain power. Not violence, not hooliganism. Constructive engagement, kidong nero kitma umiro was serving the common people. Our vision and make good governance.
Justin Simple man obo la tela papati DP machungpi achule sub-region wajoni yegi uchake kite dero dok jo make yero gi machungpi district gukaro ye makara dek dok ye duchu utum mabe la bon wo ni man miyo bod gi kare me loyo kwi mabino
amero fono total achule sub-region ki DP mati ye ni karika beri pati mati lodge machalo NRM tiki kero madit mechente ki jami mukene ento wan machalo DP mawachung ikom ngol mati ki loga ada meneno ni duan luak I achuli peoling pe jami duju magamente wajo mier wa ye aye achalo diang nyankole machero kamato pila bongech umiera wa bet ki kero meneno yupagamente pi kagatini ngo mana yo wego ni tinni iyo moro machalo nuoya tumogo ichabiet mukaro ki district mukene ni DP tiga timo ye gi labotele mana ya mero dano niang ni ye pa DP tiga wot labo le wich metele me yet kile maraju ento wan machalo DP wati machalo megu kilo megu dakwa ripe kinwa mana bene kinwa wan wa biloy kere kui met magali bario ki Pierre Rio wiya bichel.
Rus Nyapolo la kansila beach piluak meko sub county Yomoro district. Mao laki ki party FDC ki yere mebedo karan madit pa women leaders i DP district executive committee me Yomoro district. Kaukati owajoni ebe chung matek ilok me ilopati DP ya choli.
Ma ana nene kauni yamo no lobo Uganda wao chui logada kingol mati. Kiri wa Uganda wane kupeka charo. Kiri wa tela wa oremu kono no pere. Kiri wa poga kimone unokupe. Kiri ka bikumiri ini neno ka neno kitma party Democratic Party tiyu kere. Pegi jenge kumlim. Makaono wa yeru ye mada ilobo Uganda. Kun po wa chui kumlim wa chui kumloga da kitich memio service moromo kilwak. Anu na neno butine pe meno an machalo mego Nyapolo awaji ni kachil kilwak mo moro wabiteto kwena kun wa chui kum guri mengol mati kiloga da kilwak mo moro menene kichung kachil menene party me DP udai moro.
Kidmenu bene, Ben achelam Kizito la kansila beach me Bobby sub-county Yomoro district. Yere won komanyen papate DP me Yomoro district. Kautero ni, guri gi ubuchung kum logada kiloja luak.
Machalo Democratic Party, we are not in the process of hiring so much ni wabit chalo jomo kenani. But we are in the process ni, how do we get to that level? That's the big question. What type of people do we need? Ena ila pinma diet ma wan machalo Democratic Party pe watika mieto nongo no mema ni dong watigi maduong mada eto gin mo wa miro nongo no mema makitigi tian look ango manu gen gitie ye party not very clear and wa miro mema ma can disseminate information pa DP in a very clear manner with a sober minded pien ma chil kenen the humanity machalo wan party watikere it is giving us ground. We are not violent institutions like Party Mukene. Kera ibir ine no kumejana ye wakit matika word kere. Ye Mukene wingi gitor ba dano Mukene wingi tim ngo Mukene wingi ko gilwenyi kum dano itu but in Democratic Party pe no.
La chumpa luak pe Jometoji County Yomoro district. Peter Okot olego lotela makiyero gi manyen metich matek doko miero aduki ko tigi unen bot luak.
Tim tie kilnio maduong ma wan members ni Democratic Party Yomoro mier wabed ma iwa yom mier wabed kawaga pien kum beti watie a full house DP mier wa leading by example dogo ber tit pa wan tit pa un executive tit pa wan members mineno neni DP shining Yomoro district manto makini yutim mau champion in Yomoro district until ye mukene in 2030 wanomirni wadukere Yomoro mano winyu better results.
Ikin dano makiyero gi mechung PDP dek Yomoro district kaye won kom achelam Ben Kizito Stephen Opio lanek kayere chala mi tam ikom chik karan oberu Bosco Opio la kan lim Lamson Uchen Kitara la Rwech Kidega Julius Peter la Lok Pipati Nyero Dennis Uchaya la Wimon Betty Kilama kadong Joseph Okot la Tela Pabulu meto ikin jo makiyero gi pichung pi Yomoro district itepati me DP pi Wan Luo TV Jonisani Uchaka Chon Yopi Town Council Yomoro district.
Lukwang logangea giromo konyo lobo Uganda melweni compare malalar me pinkimen gwa kaber moro mulwak ket mamior bud kweri kom karmane dulmo makiloni environment social government man ESG okatika yobo lucho logangema belte fonye roma malo kilaw ki actually mengiyo yo manyen mechako miyo ngej bolwak ikom kaber moro mwa lucho marama gen miye chele guno ngej manyen ikom kwa ngologange yo mopore Ramatik mi gwa kabero rumulwa ko beti roma malo me kaber katongo yen ke bene balo jin pol mati kaber ma rumulwa ke ko malo mele ko man wanen konket malok mano woro kwere ke bola George pa Wan Luo television ifonye palo kwang lo ngea ikom kaber ma rumwa
Fonye man ukelo kachel lo kwang lo ngea magi ake district me ko malo ki lao sub region mirme fonye man tieme mi ngej ikom yo manyen malo kwang lo ngea giramu tikere me mi ngej ma mago lokom kaberu marum wa kidong bene gwako kaberu marum wa Bob Alinda associate trainer boddul me Uganda Institute of Banking and Financial Services wadni men gitiki gen mater fan lo kwang lo ngea romo konyu lok me lwen ikom balo kaberu marum wa
Finance Limited, and we are conducting these trainings as sensitization, and this particularly has been targeted towards media practitioners, the journalists, because we believe you are a key stakeholder in dissemination of this information to creating awareness to the public out there about the importance of ESG and sustainability, because it's no longer just a buzzword, but this is our way of life. Everybody needs to be concerned in terms of what are those things that will have a negative effect on our environment, and how do we move away from destroying our environment.
Diete bena wajo ki Wan Luo TV ngomo wel gen kinero ni pere tek trani lo kwang lo ngea hotel yo ilok me lwen kidong mi ngej matut ikom lok mamako kabedu marumu wa ki for ko de mugo magwako kabedu marumu wa.
We are calling you up for a call to action that if you're putting out a story, can we now be more intentional to look out for what are those elements that we need to look out specifically that are to the detriment of the environment or affect our society or affect the governance systems that we do coexist with within our environment. We've been also discussing with financial institutions, and what we are telling the financial institutions, because they hold the financial muscle, what we are telling them now is to be more intentional about the projects that they're financing. For example, if someone is doing business and it is to the detriment of our society, our environment, we are asking the financial institutions to scale back and advise these clients how differently they can do business without actually destroying the environment.
And Benotiro, ngoma mir luak me te dergo tim to twale dan magiteri origi meka ka berka tiki yen makiton polkar evuan.
Before we finance such a business, can we scale back and advise this client that there are other alternatives that we can use without necessarily destroying the environment? And how do we do that? That is where the financial institutions, the media personalities as well, we get to sensitize the public out there that you do not have to enjoy a meal simply because it has been prepared by firewood or charcoal. You can also enjoy the same meal if it is used with alternative sources of clean energy.
Ponyema rom kitman bene dulme environmental social governance ESG bene gomi oke dulma gemi chente den por lua ka chil ki wegi komi me sa koma pat me achole ki lao chap region. Ismail Jacob Jones be Wan Luo television Igulu City.
Main report mo akibot Ismail Jacob Jones. Lowi lo fonya magiti gai kwan senior magiti kumal ma Uganda terna ya juli golego miri ma yubo ponye dir metela wekti gubed mayot gankan me foni gitu oka chel ki gudul ma Uganda Management Institute man UMIU machek o yubo fonya pia hidu weng magiti kumalo tika wote chabit nini ki wayo kod Memorial College pia hidu magiti districts mekit gumpa de ya gao kidong namo kadong gangkwan Secretariat Secondary School ki popol de 6 anara giti dogai kwan magiti I kinoi ko poroting maya juli man la bole district me amuru noya kidungulu ikin mukene luwilo talagai kwan man wani mon gamento myono yume ilo kerke wek ben gerwate kikit mafuint ka wat kwede karaman kidolo ma patmitika bino ilo Uganda kidungulu bokolum Roberto Jok Mone ubukeli lokman iyob melokange machuin.
Teachers ma aki Acholi sub-region giti ka leko gamente mi medu kerogi I dir mitela kare ki kare. Ikum kare ni teachers ma aki schools marom Pierre Bero ya Bichel giti kwani dir mitela Sacred Art Girls Secondary School minor fonye man bigi kwecha bet manyen ichiande. Fonye man gankal mi fonye guri peka chel ki Uganda Management Institute mi medu kero palu fonye.
This training is not handling what is in you. It is what we have been going through in the day-to-day administration of our schools. But somehow, somewhere we would be handling what we are not sure of. And so the training has come down to handle specifically what we meet in the day-to-day administration of schools.
Tich mukene mirono record ki gwoko maber. Tich mukene miro kikel lwak mukene pian school po bedo pa teacher ken po bedo pa lu fonye ke ken po bedo pa lu tiero kwane ken looking gang community magurum school weng pigi tego kidong district officials ki ngagini chika waro bira no ponye makoman angini ubi konyo were wa yup kama gor mugoti e chalo kumbete ma wan furo kar ni mo kelo loka record kita waro gwa ko record is school record ma pat waro no ni jimbi mukene waro neno mere tuk yan kay beri meeting mo matiri miero minutes na betie mage gwa
Fonye man inoni ukelo schools marom mia Pierre Webungwen ki districts apa manong ya Acholi ma inoni districts mate kunyami Acholi maromo schools Pierre Waboro giti nong fonye man ki YY Ukot Kadong Sacred Art Pigulu City Gulu District Kachel Kiomoro Kitungchel Anaga Pop giti ka fonyo lufema ki Noya Kachel Kiamoro District. Reverend Sister Ellen Lamono Wonkom Paet Teachers Maya Acholi Wachi Acholi Sub-Region Kekenti ke schools Makaromia Pierre Bichel Mamitni Kifongi Idir Mitela Kagomede Kimiru Ngechman Bot Lufonye Iroma Ping Igankwan Mamegi.
Bien kiano kene non pe watigi mich me managing school mabe entogamente utamoni I project magiluone USEP tie Uganda Secondary Education Expansion Project ma eno ne giyara school mia chiel Uganda ikum school mia chiel magiyara Uganda ni secretary tikene YYT kene ki anaka pop tikene en giluone cluster centers ma tiegi coordinator achiel iye coordinator
Fonye makid man uchake ki kunyami Uganda umede kuporo cheng kamandong te kumalo kuninoni ikudiermi Uganda buchake iyweyo matika bironi kuninoni lufonye maromo aliwa Bichel kimia Bichel merugu bet kikare minongo dirman. Dr. Rose Kwatampora mati project coordinator mifonye man matika tiki Uganda Management Institute wachi lufonye mapigi binongo kare minongo dirman giromo timune chalo mijma megi botlwa.
Yeah, we have a belief that part of performance in schools
in addition to the technical expertise of the teachers, management is a very critical aspect of performance of any institution, and schools not being left out. So I may not confidently identify the exact gaps, but I can confidently also say that a number of our head teachers in the schools have not had an opportunity to undertake leadership and management as a component of training before they take on the responsibilities of becoming head teachers. So most of them are equipped with the pedagogies, with the technical understanding of teaching in schools, because they are indeed trained teachers, and they've assumed positions of responsibility without an opportunity of knowing what makes a leader or a manager of a school. And
Ki Lao sub-region inoni fuonyi mantika time schools chalo Lira Town College, St. Catherine Secondary School, Icheme Girls Secondary School, Matiyo Yam District, Kadong i West Nile, Kwan Machal mantika time ki Mvara Secondary School ya Arua City, Maracha Secondary School, St. Charles Luanga College Koboko, St. Mary's Assumpta, Ajumani, Pakwach Secondary School, St. Aloysius College Nyapea, Manonge Zombo, Aringa Secondary School, Kachelke Odravo Secondary School, Mawengti Yumbe District. Pilorangea Muchwin, Ki Wan Luo TV, and Robert Mone, Ki Gulu City.
Up of 4, Judo. Up of 4, Judo. Up of 10, 5. Up of 10, 5. Up of 20, 10. Up of 20, 10. And we give a mighty hand clap all at once. We go.
Loria yele ke jumo jolo gen makitika fu makargen ali pier deketilu fu matwera kin pachi West Nile gobuno konki project manyen makelwoni mono Uganda Refugee Resilience Initiative man URRI yob me mwangwen jomade chulo perigan kalmelo wa Denmark no gobo kon fu makargen ali pier dek district angwen abichel mati I West Nile man district mayumbe moyo obongi koboko terego kidong madio kola wenka bero maloria yiratiye ilobo Uganda man I West Nile watie kilok matut kibot Adam Gule eno biruti madia kolo kama kayari project mocha ke mwaka mukati obutu mwaka alibario kipiario ya boro. Yopman kibikere teacher district abichel mago joloria yela I West Nile magian yeti yumbe moyo obongi koboko terego kidong madio kolo. Eno chake dwemia bungweni mwaka mokati ni yuwe juma pawerie mwaka alibre pirwa boro yupman juma political jikeneti ye Danish Refugee Council ikupeke dulme Dan Touch Aid kidon Community Empowerment for Rural Development Seafood Palm Corps kidon remedon lumuket mapol tutuale bene dulma kiluongine Partners in Development and Center for Holistic Transformation pikoti yomachek. Dominic Iranya Eruaga mati area manager me Danish Refugee Council West Nile owani mon project man ikupe ben kenen palobo Uganda makilwoni mon National Development Plan ne man NDP4 magitika titkore man me nen ke kone kaber mo joloria yela kedon lori yele mai kaber man yup makilwoni Comprehensive Refugee Response Framework CRRF.
The project is a Danish funded project implemented in 6 districts of West Nile that include Moyo, Ubongi, Yumbe, Koboko, Terego, and Madiokolo. This project is primarily meant to address 3 key areas that include climate smart agriculture, restoration of degraded ecosystem, and gender equality, as well as social inclusion. That is the primary.
County Director Padulme Danish Refugee Council Samuel Otim Rizo owani monoji mapolte magetiumpe dan mai kaberu magi wakuti kweri merocho kwa tutuale kaberu malwanyo lanyo kedong dan malwanyo balokogi manluria yela.
Now this project is looking at how can we maximize on the available resources that we have, for example from the environment. How can we maximize tapping in what the earth gives us without degrading the environment. This is crucial because hosting so many people also entails a huge impact in terms of our environment. So the idea is to look at how can we tap in those low-hanging fruits that we can use in order to make persons more self-reliant and more resilient. So as I said in my speech, this project is not about handouts. That time is over. This project is about identifying those catalysts, those empowerment aspects that can be got right from the community, because I strongly believe that the solutions are found within the community instead of imposing solutions. And this idea of involving the communities, and especially women, we know that the refugee community, more than half is women and children.
Anne Sophie Oxland matie ngat miyo tamilo kom bibie ilobo Denmark mochung meka wang la chung dwa polobo Denmark ilobo Uganda ofoya matek kabir me West Nile pikit mabe me jolore yele magiti kenin ke beno miya bot kin je magiti kwelni weke kwa kwere ka chel la bon par pikit magiti kwere gen go jolore yela iken
8 million refugees, the majority of whom are settled here in the West Nile region. At the same time, funding for humanitarian support is declining and climate shocks are increasing. The Uganda Refugee Resilience Initiative, or WURI, is Denmark's way of saying we continue to stand with Uganda in tackling these intersecting challenges by investing in long-term resilience for both refugees and host communities. This follows in the footsteps of the Northern Uganda Resilience Initiative, WURI, which also had its roots here in West Nile. WURI builds on that legacy, with even greater ambition for local leadership, gender equality, and climate resilience. And
Malupa en kilok pa ne yup makiloni Uganda Refugee Resilience Initiative man yuri yo macheke tiemene mon kijolo kodan magitikar man dok bena Denmark obuchung yemene yup man war mabete twal mekonyo loria yele weng magitika ko ilobo Uganda ikarni enim pelonge mo chwin ki West Nile Atam Gule Iyumba District. Ilawangea mokene makati ki West Nile chabit mokati changwen diwo ki maro malotelme madio kolo go maro mono gen makiluni propela makono gen maberu mabuko wot pa feri merino camp mecheri Kumi District ma loko doro lok mokelo wo mapolim malupa ki wot lok pa won komel se dek Ismail Drabe weni mono feri man propela ni umyono bet pa feri merino camp ento kinongite wakiru ya di li metene wa Kumi District akwarga mono nyon ki kwere ono bene petiem jumangi magen ko weni mono lo dir ma yondre Kampala ayo organ metiu propela man mechwale Kumi District kama kibitiu ye kono ento loko dogo wo matut o bene wa yamako Robert Riakati Madio Kolo District. Yengen yang ni kitiko kwan wak propela me feri man ni won kom esia bit me madio kolo ke bilo ke road block ka ben kumako jomagi madonge tika chero ki propela man Kumi District geno wani mono yunra yomi bodgin twer ki Kampala metingo en nyonyo man ento warga mamin ki twer metimo man ono beru perem Ajen ki mako gen kabene ki kwanyo propela man ki duwako chen Irino Camp Ferry Landing Site mati Madio Kolo District. Igamo Koroman Alan Sempe bwa matala lok pa yundra ichimching bot Wan Luo TV ichiario yotino owani mor jomako kwanyo en propela man no kititi mdoti kidak ben ko gamo lok mo akibot yundra I office madit ki Kampala.
For me, I know the team was doing their work, but the rest of the story is with the police, because police is conducting it. They were right to do what they were doing. They were under authorization. I am privy to that information that they were authorized to undertake to do that, to carry out what they were doing. They were on official duty. That one I can confirm. I know police is actually handling it to try, and it's okay to get an misunderstanding. I think that there was a misunderstanding. That's what I want to call it. Yeah, but the team was on duty and duly authorized to undertake mission. The rest you can get from police which is handling the matter.
Igamo la penyi kom magale kitiako yopo kaber maferi chunye landing site sempebwa owani mono pero tie piendong lime kamani kowa kaber memiyo lim yundra dong pechung pere kene metimo jami mokene mapol.
We have been working in a constrained financial environment and we've not been able to make considerable progress. But we are looking at some money coming through of late and we will continue the works, including the depositors to do, the actual secretary assembly, the landings as well. So it is a task we have to, we started on and it is a task we have to complete. We will know the challenge of funding, but this will be ironed out soon and the works will progress. We only get some financing, which we're expecting soon. The works will kick off and then we will have a new work plan on how far we should move at the week.
Elok makichwalo kibod yundra onochimo ne monorino kam feri side buchako tich idwe apawi yore mwaka mokati elniyo watin ne fut pia tigin moiken magitimo fail ni fut pia tika tich tutual. Kikero no chiling milion 200 mayopo kono fere man makubu kindan mayamoro district ene chake mwaka alibrika parbechen yu watini tich ne fut pia utum. Idwemia bungweni mwaka alibrika pau ya boro kichako tich megero landing site ma ento makubu kindan mairino kamkia moro mekubu district ario man arua kia moro kidema jumani ento tiche fut pia utum beneni yu watini. Gen no tieni mon tij mano butume dima pavri mwaka mokati ento do gale niyo watin ngik mati magichwalo woro fut pia tie pilwak mai kabiru enim. Pelo ang'e mochwiny e Wan Luo television, Robert Ariaka, Kimadio Kolo district. Welcome to Piemakilone Uganda Secondary School Sports Association USSA National Game Balls Oyagikine. Ito maberu ngora kidong bene Bokedia District wengi kunyao melobu Uganda. Kiyung bota nyira gangkwan makiloni mono St. Noah Girls kuberu tera ngegoyo gangkwan makiloni mono Amos College gola bichi komadek. Ento matuti kamkeni matukba waberu tumkweretini wanen kibut la chot mamewa man David Magere.
St. Noah Girls Secondary School gen go tiro loyo turuman me Uganda Secondary School Sports Association Ball Games inge gen goyo Amos College School la woro kituro pa nyirabo berulia tutwal iutiano meno inoni St. Noah Girls Secondary School kono goyo Amos College gola biji kuma deke gwetme penalty nge gen make matek tutwali tourme final mano gen gu make ye gola chieli kuma chiel inge loyo tourmeno koni noni mich mukene tie mage miyo pegen mapadi kobo mai kinge ye bela tourma be magen maloy tourmeno iturpa nyira meno koni noni mich mukene berutie mage miyo pijo magu turpige kengi machalo jomu tourma be loyo mai kinge tie Dokas Kisakie mabela turu mado turu mabe loyo weng en latien kwan meka wempe Muslim secondary ngad ma morgolo ma loyo ituru meno aye Agnes Nabu Kenya ma morgola par beach kon enti latien kwan meka wempe Muslim secondary school kado ngaro ma dilu mabe loyo duchu ene Lilian Nakiria latien kwan me St. Noah secondary school kadong team ma turu ki wara dada ene la Menias College ma agi chotera district ino ituru dilu pa so kono man USSA gwe dilu ino ni team me Budo Secondary School gen go loy woko St. Mary's College itende go la bicheli kuma ngweni gwejme penalty nge gen kong make woko ituru ma obero maliet tutwali idicheng mechia dektin ituru mokene kono mo berutie mani turu handball under 16 anyira lo loya ye school magiloni Wampeo Ntaka Secondary School kana Mario beru Chamata Secondary School kadong namba deka ye Immaculate Heart Secondary School idul turu kono pa wobe mani handball under 16 Ntare School membara aye loyo ka Wampeo Ntaka Secondary School be na Mario ka Chamate Secondary School be na dek idul turu me basketball turu adek tiana dek kono ipiempa nyira koni noni timu dilume St. Mary's chitende yeloyo kana Mario beru Roma Christian High School ka Seta High School level campus oberu namba dek idulpa wobe kono Seta High School ayeloyo ka St. Michael High School mukona yobe na Mario ka Roma Christian High School oberu namba dek idul turume namba ngwen man volleyball under 16 ipiempa nyira Bukedia Comprehensive Secondary School ayeloyo ayoloyo kana mario beru Masheruka Girls Secondary School kana madero beru Nabi Sunsa Girls Secondary ayebeno loyo kai dulpa wobe kono inoni Bukedia Comprehensive ayoloyo Volleyball Under 16 kana Wampeo Ntaka Secondary School ayolobo ka St. Paul Secondary School ayobe na madek idul tourme na beach man tennis ipiem tour panyira inoni gankwan magilwoni chi buli SS ayeloyo kana mario beru Nabi Sunsa Girls idul pa wobe kono chi buli SS de rolo aye kana mario beru Ntare School membarara idul tourme na beach elman badminton ipiem panyira kono inoni gankwan magilwoni Mbogo High School ayeloyo kana mario beru Baga Girls Secondary School idul pa wobe kono inoni chi buli SS de rolo kai nambario beru Chinawa High School Kawempe ayeloyo idul tourme na mabiro man table tennis ipiem panyira inoni chibuli SS da rolo aye ka Mbogo High School benon loye na beru nambario ka tour pa wobe kono inoni chibuli SS da rolo ka do na mario bene Mbogo Mix aye uloyo tourmeno idul tourme namba bor kon man hockey girls inoni ka Kungulu Memorial College ayeloyo ka idul tour pa wobe Mbara High School ayeloyo itourme namba bongwen man rugby 15s man piempanyira inoni Nkoma Secondary School ayeloyo ka tour pa wobe King's College Budu ayeloyo ka idul tourme namba pa man basketball piempanyira inoni St. Noah Girls Secondary School ayeloyo ka namba rio beru St. Mary's Chitende ayeloyo ka idul tour pa wobe kono man fudi basketball inoni Amus College Bukedia ayeloyo ka St. Cyprian Chabakade ayobe namba rio ka idul tourme namba giki man netball under 16 mat nyerka ken moturni inoni Madina Islamic Secondary School ayeloyo ka namba ario beru Chanja High School donc advoki tour mero duchu dolo dul tour me Uganda Secondary School Sports Association National Ball Games mo beru katime Bukedia gingora district mao okelo tour mene ya gikine pe mwaka tour man alibario ki piare ya beach lorange kum tour Wan Luo TV David Magere ingora ki Bukedia district.
Afoyo tuwalne na report wengmo kati iyub milorange mochwiny ania sande Akumu Luo social media man Facebook watiben ki X onyo Twitter machone kadong YouTube merke WhatsApp na umbete kadong TikTok ikin muken mapol ania sande Akumu afoyo nene yub milorange mochwiny.